according to your videos, you and your team were able to obtain ballots by using the names of some well-known local people, Mike Duggan, Marshall Mathers. What were you trying to prove?
Well, we're trying to prove that voter fraud is possible and the system is broken in Michigan, and we did prove it. And in the video, as you can see me obtaining the ballots, the voting ballots of Eminem, the rapper, in Clinton Township. We were offered the ballot of the Mayor Duggan, and by the way, after we did that, there was some retaliation from the mayor's office. Butch Hollowell threatened me in person, and we have that recording. My name is James O'Keefe.
I don't know who you are.
Do I have credentials?
So you know you're an accessory to a crime.
So we did a story about how anyone can go into anyone's poll location in the state of Michigan on Election Day and get offered somebody else's ballot. And the city clerks responded in kind by saying it's the state's fault, it's the system's fault, and people are outraged.
She gave you permission to sign an affidavit.
No, and my ballot
it did not give you permission to vote. And if they determined that you had lied, you would then be prosecuted.
Secretary of State's
That's
website.
the way it works here in Michigan.
Once you sign the affidavit, you may cast your ballot. It will be counted with all the other ballots on Election Day. That's your Secretary of State in Michigan.
But then that vote can be invalid, ruled invalid later. That's one vote, James, is it not?
I mean, it's easy. It's real easy for us to say that James is kind of crazy here in doing this kind of thing, and trying to raise an issue about maybe more properly securing our voter process. It's a conversation worth having, but we need to have it in the proper context, and we don't need to have these kind of antics to kind of prove the point, where you impersonate somebody to try and do it, which is where I was looking up the Michigan Penal Code here, and that's, Charlie's the lawyer, but it says pretty clear, Michigan Penal Code, Act 328
You're accusing me of a crime on television, sir? Can you please tell me where I made the impersonation?
You made the impersonation on film.
Because you said you were because somebody said you were Brian Dickinson.
You said you were Brian Dickinson. You said you were Mike Duggan. I mean,
Excuse me, sir.
Read him the first line of the law, Charlie.
Sir? A person accusing me of a crime. Could you please tell me where I made the impersonation? I said the name of the person. I didn't say I was the person.
No, you did say you were the person.
I did not say I was the person.
Roll the tape again. Let's watch it again.
Please watch the video tape.
I mean, I appreciate, like I said, we appreciate you.
Lost your license while you were hunting.
The last name is Mathers, M-A-T-H-E-R-S. First name is Marshall.
Do you have the ballot for Stephen Henderson?
So they'll give him. Would you give Mr. Henderson a ballot, please?
What's your last name?
The last name is Benson.
First name?
The first name is Jocelyn.
Yep, she's good.
Okay.
Yep.
You gave me permission to get this person's ballot.
It's election law. I follow what the state tells me to do.
It sounds like then you're doing what the state's telling you to do, and the state needs to change their system, doesn't it?
You decide that for yourself. I'm
Right.
doing what I'm told.
And that's a problem, isn't it?
You'll need to talk to the state about that.
Some would argue that the only fraud committed are the lies you told the clerks.
Well, no, that's not true. I mean, the analogy I draw is it's like having a bank vault and having the door just wide open. Anybody can walk right in, and that's wrong. They're going to say that I committed any crimes. I didn't commit any crimes. We didn't actually vote. We didn't actually cast a ballot. But I walked right up to that line, right up to the point where they were going to let me vote, and then I walked out.
So I don't know where Veritas comes from. I do understand the difficulties of a citizen journalist, going out, trying to do some reporting, trying to find something. In this situation, it seems pretty clear that this guy's made a couple of mistakes in trying to reach to prove a point.
Well, if you look at the video, and by the way, Veritas means truth in Latin. It's one of the most common words in the English language in the Western civilization, because we report reality. If you look at the video with Brian Dickinson, that poll worker, her name was Cindy Rose. She's like, "You're not Brian Dickinson. Are you his son?" She called the clerk, a woman named Laura Pierce, and she called the clerk, and the clerk gave her permission to allow me to vote.
Can you just fill out the back, or so you have to figure out? You have to fill out the front and do the back.
So do I
Then you can vote.
Do I need to get an ID?
No. You
Okay.
can vote.
Whether you didn't like what he did or not is absolutely irrelevant here. He proved the point, absolutely proved the point.